Welcome to this reading for the second decan of Taurus, that is from 1st of May up to 10th of May. For this reading I even made a nice decoration of my altar. I actually printed from Simple Enchanted Living. I give thanks for the wonderful gift of life. I do my best to enthusiastically give back to this creation an equal measure of generosity and love. And now I see it even goes very well with the theme of this decan, where we have moon in Taurus. It's also not necessarily only for those who are born between 1 and 10 of May, but also for those who really have the moon in Taurus. We know from mythology that the moon was in ancient Rome called La Luna or Selena in the ancient Greece, but these were the representative of the moon in the sky. And if we look at the incarnation on earth, then we have Diana, and we even see here the glyph of the moon, the crescent moon or the waxing moon, and it's actually the emotional half of the soul. And it's here about focus intention, think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome. That will be Diana, then from the Roman mythology, and it was Artemis in Greece. But also the moon as such, thinking of the fact that she's changing the shapes, like the faces of the goddess, the maiden, the mother, and the crown. And that we see very well here in the card of Hecate, the crown that rescue Persephone, goddess of the darkness, because Hades chose her as a wife, and then she will spend half of the year in the dark, half of the year on earth, like the dark moon that sometimes it's out of the view. The three different life phases, like the moon. One holds the keys, unlocking mysteries. One holds the sword, cutting through illusion. One holds the torch for enlightenment. Hecate is protected by her robe, which safely connects her to other realms. When you reach this stage in life, you have the power to move easily between other realms. She is associated with the dark side of the moon and the shadow self. The three crossroads, because you can also look at it as the queen of the three-way crossroads, are symbolic of choices relating to your past. Where have you been? Present, where are you now? And future, where are you going? The tarot card associated with this second decan and the moon in Taurus is the Six of Pentacles, or the Lord of Material Success. We see here how he is a symbol of charity, and actually it's the comfort and security that the silver moon is bringing into Taurus. He is here with the scale of Libra. Taurus is as Libra, ruled by Venus. This is the card before, let's say, from the classic tarot. For me, it looks like this young version of the Hierophant, the card associated with Taurus. He's measuring which one of these two is going to deserve his charity. Here we can see it from the back that he is not only giving money, but he's also showing kindness. And then in the card after, we see that he continues to give money to others. Another version from the Happy Tarot, we can see how this benefactor here, because these are the two elements of the card, the one giving, the one receiving, he seems very happy. He has his enough security, stability, like we said, and now he likes to share with others. It doesn't have to be only about material things. It can also be about spiritual treasure. The money are like shining like the moon. Always is a cycle, you know, even our abundance, it is also in a transition. He feels happy that he's able to share his abundance with other, offering blessing. Also, it's a sign of wisdom, a karmic reward. It's a joy for the giver and also for the receiver. In another version of this 1000th night tarot, we see that this wealthy man even invites the poor one in his house and treat him as he treats any other person. Going a step further, if we look at Vision Tarot, and if we remember the Five of Pentacles, when somebody was in front of this wall waiting for help, and now we pass the wall and we are in the situation of sharing with others and enjoying this giving and receiving. It's also because we had a scale here, it's also about finding balance and harmony, also balance between giving and receiving, or maybe even pay forward between material and spiritual treasures. And it's not only about the one that it's giving, as it's about the one who is receiving. Sometimes maybe we are in the situation to look for help, so we need to know when to ask when we are in need. Like in this beautiful Six of Trees, it's called here, the harvest is still to come. So we do not really have an abundance in material abundance, but then we can feel gratitude for what we already have, knowing that more is coming. The more we are grateful, the more we get. And if we look at this beautiful version from the Tarot of She, it's called Generosity, it's called Maker, the not pay Pentacles, and then the one who has gives to the one that have less, considering that first we think of our own need, but then there is a point when we start thinking of the needs of others. What is the good of all? We create a win-win balance. There is no more winner or loser, or one richer and one poor. And if we look at the tarot of the wooden, we even have this Six of Bones. And it's actually a hand with an extra finger. That's clear sign that if you have more than you need, you have to share with others. But it's also the idea of a hand, finding the balance between giving and receiving. And I like to read from the I Ching that's associated with this card, and that's called Grace, the hexagram 22, a sentence from Oscar Wilde with a beautiful image. Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. We don't know what these people here did. No matter what you have ever done, the worst deed you have ever performed, it is all burned away in the face of the unconditional love of everlasting mercy, which belongs to one and all. Coming into the knowledge of your innate worth as a human being is truly humbling, for we learn that all our deepest fears are mere trivialities of little or no importance when compared to the beauty of life. You might think you are beautiful, but I promise you, your whole essence, your being, body, mind, and soul is a sight to behold, as lovely as a shining star. So we have again the shining element, like the moon, like the coins. Someone who has acted careless but later became careful and attentive is as beautiful as the bright moon emerging from the clouds. Coming back to the moon. And now, of course, beneath the moon, my book, and looking for the Six of Pentacles, which is Six of Coins here, with the story, The Woman Who Was Kind to Insects. So one year, as winter approached, an old woman was left behind in her tribe's summer campground. This is a Inuit fable from Alaska. She had few teeth left to eat with, she could not longer make leather goods to sell, and she moved too slowly to make the journey to the new hunting ground. As the rest of her people moved on, they left behind a few insects in a basket for her to eat. The old woman looked at the insects and thought to herself that the poor insects were still very young and she was very old. She thought that she did not have much time left to live, but these insects still had their whole life in front of them, and maybe they would even have children as she had done. And so she decided to not eat them, but to set them free. The insects went away, but then they didn't forget her, and they sent a small fox, and they sent her to the woman camp. And this fox helped the woman to change her skin and become young again. So she went through a transformation. This is how she had a new life. Balance was restored. She did something good. She got a new life in return. So this is a beautiful story for the Six of Pentacles, and for this Decan from Taurus. Taurus is such about stability and security and material goods, but also spiritual goods. We show here all these stories and this card. It's about the balance that we need to find, and in the end, the harmony. I want to end this reading with some karma card, which will be for the moon in Taurus, and I will choose a house number. I leave this one to choose a house number for us, number 9. So if you have the moon in the 9th house, these cards are for you. Maybe think of a situation that you would like to know the outcome. We'll read what is saying here. At practical level, reaction resulting from the productivity of what is to be shared. This will be a message. At mental level, feelings caused by the practicality of long-range thinking of travel. And at spiritual level, the nurturing of resources to maintain spiritual values. So this was for an outcome from a situation. And if we look at an action, then we turn the cards, and then I will pick up another house. That's house number 8. And let's see, for those of you having moon in house 8, I will show you the answers. That's the action to take. At physical level, let your feelings tell you how to use the most direct way and use other people's resources. At mental level is accept the cost of getting and using power. And at spiritual level, defend your beliefs as a life or death issues. Wow, interesting messages. If you need more info, just let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching.